And you remember that Ahab had gotten together with Jehoshaphat, and he asked Jehoshaphat, will you go to war against me? Go to war with me against Syria. And Jehoshaphat replied, my people are your people, my horses are your horses, and so on and so forth. And remember, at the point when they were preparing to go to war, that they decided that they were going to get a word from God. And what did Ahab do? He called about 400 of his prophets to come and give him what thus saith the Lord. And what did they tell him? The question was, shall we go up against Syria without a problem? Roughly. And the 400 prophets, they all stood in agreement with Ahab. They said, oh sure, you can go and fight, you'll be all right. And what does Jehoshaphat say? In verse 5. And Jehoshaphat said unto the king of Israel, inquire, I pray thee, at the word of the Lord today. So he's saying, he's the one that brings up the fact that let's get a word from God before we actually go about doing this. And as we see, verse 6, and the king of Israel gathered the prophets together, about 400 men, and said unto them, shall I go against Ramoth Gilead to battle, or shall I forbear? Should we go to war, or should we not? And they said, go up, for the Lord shall deliver it into the hand of the king. And this is what Jehoshaphat's reply was, verse 7. And Jehoshaphat said, is there not a prophet of the Lord besides, that we might inquire of him? So Jehoshaphat evidently must have some idea or some thought about these prophets that Ahab has called. 400 of them, mind you. All show up and say, oh yeah, go on up, king, you'll be all right. It's going to be okay. God's going to be on your side. You're going to make it. You're going to be all right. But Jehoshaphat said, well, wait a minute. Can we inquire, in so many words, of a real man of God so we can get the real word of the Lord? Can we do that? And that was when they called Micaiah, if you remember. And Ahab said, well, I've got a man of God. He's here, but I hate him because every time I inquire of him of anything, he never gives me good news.